You spun it around. Good for you, buddy. I always believe in your golf game, even if you don't. See, that's what we should do. I should just record like a hype audio for you.
Wow.
I don't think that would help Nick. It's not going to help
him.
From fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Pod Therapy. Real people, real problems, and real therapists. You can submit your questions anonymously at podtherapy.net. Email us at PodTherapyGuys@gmail.com. And now, broadcasting from the river to the sea, We All Need Therapy studio.
Yes.
That's
Nice.
Jim. That's Whitney. I'm Nick.
Adorable.
It's time for some Pod Therapy.
It is time for some Pod Therapy, and it's officially Mental Health Awareness Month. Ba-ba-ba-ba! Yes, we are so excited. There it is. We've got a lot going on this month, and
That's
so
the
we're
official
really
mental
excited.
health therapy kazoo.
It's the duck call of
the
justice.
horn.
Calling all therapists.
We need to get him like a shafar.
Time to get mentally healthy.
Therapy!
Assemble! There it is. So it is Mental Health Awareness Month.
It went a little yacky with that
have
last
got
one.
so much going on this month. And so this is our big push. If you are a public listener, you're not currently listening through patreon.com/therapy, this is when we really push in May and ask you, hey, come down to patreon.com/therapy, support us. You can sign up for a year if you'd like, get a huge discount when you do. And if you sign up, we've got a lot going on that you can enjoy. This month, we've got deep dive interviews, behind the scenes, artist showcase interviews with Emma the intern.
Yeah.
She is sitting down with each host and getting to know us, asking listener questions that people have submitted through our Discord, just having kind of a deeper interview.
How many of those interviews has she done so far?
I believe only one.
Just one?
Just one so far.
Ooh, interesting.
Yes.
I wonder who it is.
Yes, you can find
I
out.
don't know.
If you go to patreon.com/therapy. This week, we get to know the coach of life, I believe.
Oh, you're just going to tell him?
We'll let him know.
I was like, I wanted to know who.
I got to tease it. I got to let him know.
No, they still don't know. That was just a hint.
Yeah, that could be any of us.
That could be anybody.
That could be any of us.
We're all trained in that.
Yeah, who has
It's fine.
a theme song? Yeah, that's fine. There it is.
Do we have lights?
The lights.
Just been like...
Yeah.
Woo.
So this week, we are releasing the
sorry.
first interview. As you're hearing this, that means it's already been released at patreon.com/therapy. Release them every Monday this month. We're kicking off the order with a deep dive, getting to know Jacob. And I've already listened to it. We also have video of it, and we're going to be releasing the video of the interview as well.
Oh, there's video?
Yes. So Therapods on up. If you are a Therapal at patreon.com/therapy, it's time to improve that. It's time to get you up to that
Treat
Therapod
yourself.
level. Treat yourself.
Love that.
May is the month to do it. Sign up for a year. That would be wonderful. So go down patreon.com/therapy. If you're already a Therapal, increase, because you're going to get to hear all 4 of our interviews. Going to get video of all of our interviews. We are also releasing video of this episode, and every episode in May, it will be available for the Therapod levels and up. We are recording this via video right now. Check it out. It's going to be at Patreon. You get it through YouTube. So wherever you listen to watch YouTube, everybody has that on their devices. You can do it just as naturally and enjoy Pod Therapy, the video
Naturally.
version. A really fun time. So that'll be available all month long for everybody at the Therapod.
You see
get
what
the
Jacob's
experience.
doing right now? No
Yeah.
one can see.
A lot of visual gags you're missing out on every single
You get
week.
the experience of being like, oh, that's what they look
That's
like.
what they
Yeah.
look like. Well, I'd say we, as a podcast, 7 out of 10.
I thought there were more mustaches.
I think if you average us all together, that's
I don't see a single mustache.
as long as this pop filter's here. This is a 7 out of 10 podcast. We're doing great visually. As long as I stay behind this, we'll be just fine. So a lot going on.
a lot going on.
There's a lot of visual shit you guys don't even know about that we're constantly laughing about. And we are going to end the month with a big live episode available for all of our patrons. So go down to patreon.com/therapy, because toward the end of the month, we're going to be sending out a special announcement letting folks know how they can watch it. It'll either be on Twitch or on YouTube Live. You can jump into a live chat room as we are recording the show. You can interact with the hosts. We might be plucking people from the chat room, throwing you into a Zoom so you can ask questions live, throw out trivia live, or just hang out with us live. It's going to be a really fun time. All those details to come. So Mental Health
Oh, we
Awareness
could just
Month.
do it as a giant Zoom meeting. You want to just do it that way?
We could do that and then just broadcast that.
And we could broadcast that on Twitch or on YouTube or
Yeah,
whatever.
we could pump it right through. So
we could just do it
that'll
that
be
way.
Available at the end of the month. So Mental Health Awareness Month
Solving
is
problems.
launched,
Yeah.
baby. We are doing the damn
Just figuring
thing.
shit out.
Production meeting.
Yep. If you are out there and you've not joined us yet, if you're still a public listener, we have tens of thousands of listeners around the world who just listen on the public feed. They do the ads thing, no big deal. But boy, would we love it if you'd come down to patreon.com/therapy. You'd get to know the show better, get to know the host better, invest in it, put some money in it, make this show possible. And if you're a TheraPal, come on up to the Therapod level and get an annual membership. Save some money when you do. Get all the extra content that you miss out on all year long. We release so much extra stuff. And the minute you join us at patreon.com/therapy, you immediately get access to a 9-year deep audio library. We have interviews with experts.
Listening to the library is not required.
Not required, but available. We have expert interviews, deep dives into skills.
Just want to be sure that you don't have to listen to it if you don't want to.
You don't have to.
Nobody's going to make you.
Tons of stuff. Book reviews, so much. And a lot of niche stuff. We talk about religion. We have a whole series where we go back and forth about religion. We have series into sci-fi. We have series into all sorts of fun self-help books. So patreon.com/therapy. It's just a huge library of extra stuff. You instantly get that. You start getting the extra show on Wednesdays. It's extended. You get access to our Discord. There's just no reason not to do it. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. Come on down. Support us all year long. And if you'd like to sponsor somebody else's membership, you can go to the Patreon and you can do that. We have every year people buy gift memberships. If you're out there and you'd love to get more involved with the community, but hey, finances are tight, you just can't do it, let us know. Email us at podtherapyguys@gmail.com. Let us know you're interested in hearing about gift accounts, because we have people that are generous. They go ahead and buy those accounts. They send us the links, and then we just hold on to those. And when folks reach out and say, hey, look, times are tough, but I'd really like to get more involved, we'll just give you an account. And so if that's where you're at and you're just in a financial place where you could need that support, we've got a lot of great people that do that for you. So patreon.com/therapy. Sponsor somebody else's gift account. We will give it to somebody in need. And if you're out there and you could benefit from this, let us know. We'll hand you an account for free. Anyway, that's the pitch.
It took Whitney 2 years to get
I was just going to say, I was just gifted mine by someone.
I finally figured out how to give Whitney an account.
I was like, yay! I've been using it. I've been in that Patreon.
It is a good time. So come join us. We appreciate you. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. Tell somebody about the show, especially if you're a regular listener or a long-term listener, and get into our feed so that you can get to know the host. These deep dive interviews are meant to be kind of a really good behind-the-scenes interview. Emma is a therapist, so she's going to use those therapy skills to kind of tease out the deets and give you that really human look.
We had a great conversation the other day.
Yeah.
We had a really fun conversation. An hour and change. I don't know how long it was. Maybe even an hour and a half.
It was over an hour. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we had a nice long chat, and you get like full rambling Jacob effect.
Oh, it's fun.
Ooh,
it was
rambling
really fun.
Jacob.
Oh.
Is there any other kind of
It's
Jacob?
just a lot of rambling.
It's the best kind. It's the best kind of Jacob.
I think there were like 2 or 3 times where I was like, I feel like I've rambled enough about that. What's your next question?
Next question. One-on-one interview with Jacob, the right format to get Jacob going. You know, really cool stuff. So come join us, guys. Get to know the host better. Get to know the audience better. Support this show. Support what we do. And access all of our resources and get it all year long. So patreon.com/therapy. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. And if you're watching us on video right now, this is what we look like. There's a lot of you who don't even know who we are. Hi, I'm Jim. We should probably do that. They don't even know which one of us is which.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Nick.
Shit.
You know what? I want to be Nick.
I want to be Nick, too.
I want to be Nick.
We're all going to take turns being Nick. All right, so we got some great questions for today's show, and we are leading off the order with very sensitive person and ADHD. Hi, guys. Love the show. Yada, yada, pew, pew, Texas.
Boo.
Boo. I've been armchair diagnosed by several friends as having ADHD and commiserated with them over experiences of what they label as rejection-sensitive dysphoria. I've also been armchair diagnosed as a very sensitive person, a VSP, and I've experienced intense discomfort at being overstimulated on loud environments, so maybe I have misophonia as well. I've read up on those terms, and my understanding is that none of these qualify as actual scientific descriptions in professional parlance, but more of a handy term that people throw around.
Thank you. That is exactly the question I was gearing up to ask.
There it is. I'm curious, how seriously do you take RSD and VSP? I feel like it would give me some relief to classify my experience, but at the same time, a part of me is critical of that sentiment and thinks that I should just accept that I have many different personality traits, and giving them a medicalized term is sort of a cop-out. What do y'all think? Signed, Be Gay, Do Crimes.
Oh, boy. Should we go through some of just what these things are?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably
start with some of these I'm not even familiar with.
Yeah.
They're kind of newer.
Yeah.
In
Well,
my
I'm-
world, like hearing it from clients and friends.
So working in addictions, it's going to be another 8 to 10 years.
Right. Yeah. For
This
anybody
becomes
actually.
anything in our lexicon.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, and I'm seeing it everywhere, though. Like this stuff, highly sensitive person, very sensitive person, these new acronyms, rejection sensitive dysphoria. Like I was doing a deep dive into research about narcissistic personality disorder because I keep hearing about subvariants of it, like covert narcissism and malignant narcissism.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, how scientific are those terms? Or is it just like, because like obviously it's not in the DSM.
Yeah.
Well, that's
a
the
good
thing, like,
comparison. Okay.
Because a lot of these things, you don't know if this is coming from scientific research or
Right.
this is coming from
Pop culture.
and people are just like, oh, I kind of created this new way.
Everyone
of
I know
thinking
says
about-
they have this.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're
And
also
then-
diagnosed. So maybe everyone with ADHD.
And I noticed that
has
it's
I have my
there.
own personal type of narcissistic
Yeah,
personality disorder.
Nixistic
like that a
disorder.
lot.
Yeah. I like
It's like
Nixism.
it's not like
Yeah.
whatever
NPD,
what
Nick's
you all have.
personality
There it is.
disorder.
Nick's
Yeah,
personality
it's
disorder.
like
It's a much bigger deal.
like you probably wouldn't even get it.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Nickisistic.
Yeah.
I like that. He's a Nickisist. No, but this happens a lot. And like the pop culture, I think, like it percolates up into professionals. And I think a lot of it's because therapists are like, we're scholars and like we do like clinical work and research, but like we're very ground level. And so I think we're easily influenced when we hear like 30 people in a month bring up malignant narcissism and we feel
Yeah.
like we have a working definition of it. It just becomes this like colloquial way to describe a problem the next time you're talking to somebody. And I think that accidentally causes it to be legitimized. And then people repeat it and they say, oh, my therapist thinks I'm a highly sensitive person or I have rejection sensitive dysphoria. And like by medicalizing it, it validates it. And so there's this weird feedback loop, right? Between like the people coming up with concepts, it getting popularized in media or in books. And then I think at the clinical level, we start repeating these phrases a lot. And that causes everybody to feel like, okay, so this is legitimate.
Yeah, well, and it kind of falls into what Big A Do Crimes is asking. They're like, is this just a description or is this really part of ADHD or autism or whatever,
Right.
neurodivergence, I guess. And this is, again, kind of going off what Jim just said, not based in a lot of research science. Like this is just personal opinion from a therapist dealing with this with clients, again, friends, all of that. It seems to me like the rejection sensitive dysphoria is something that seems to be coming up with people who also have ADHD, but I also looked into it some and it can be related to trauma too. Like it's bringing up perfectionism. It's bringing up, abandonment and things like that from childhood, because that rejection you're experiencing in small amounts or odd amounts randomly throughout your life as you grow older feel really impactful because something impactful happened when you were young and you couldn't really process it. Then it's almost like you're trying to process it now or re-experiencing it. So I don't know that it really is tied to ADHD. I think it stems more from trauma. And that could be from symptoms you had of ADHD as a kid that led people to abandon you. Or, you know, that sounds really harsh.
They could be intermingled.
Intermingled,
Sure.
yeah, that's, I guess, what I'm trying to say. And so I hate to say that. I know your Big A Do Crimes, you're kind of looking for some validation maybe. And like, man, and on one hand, it would feel nice to have this be official. Like, oh, yep, RSV is tied to ADHD and this all checks out. But I feel like at least right now, it's just a description of another symptom happening that seems to be tied to ADHD, but it's not really officially like.
Well, and
part
I
of
agree with
ADHD.
you there.
What
Like,
do you think?
I do think it's a description of a symptom, and I think it's actually really important because, like, some of the gatekeeping of mental health kind of gets annoying sometimes. You know, where like we get the DSMs, right, and they're only made by like I think the American Psychiatric Association, and so they get to create their own committees to do this. So, like, honestly, psychiatry gets to decide most of this. Like, they don't even ask the social workers or the MFTs, CPCs. So, like, there's already a lot of gatekeeping that goes into all this.
I've met a lot of you.
Yeah, that's fair. But
There are actually a lot of social workers if you read through like the
they're
DSM,
a part of it.
Yeah, the committees.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
I don't know
that's
if you've
true.
ever
The
flipped
committees are-
through like the committees
No.
when they.
Jim doesn't open that book when
Yeah,
it shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stick to the criteria.
What's
Yeah.
the DSM?
So, okay, it's pretty intermixed then? It's pretty
It is.
interdisciplinary?
They do pretty well, at least with social workers. I see a lot of
can see
social
that.
workers on there.
And I'm sure
Psychiatrists,
psychologists get in
yeah.
there as well. But there is some gatekeeping for the diagnostics that I think we're always like moving a lot slower than the public like benefits from sometimes about all this. And so I don't think it's necessarily wrong to democratize the descriptions that people go through. And when they can create these patterns that they're like, hey, tens of thousands of us relate to this particular set, giving that a name is fine. I don't want to pathologize it and turn it
Right.
into a disease. I think there's a
Right.
threshold we have to be careful with. But I'm great with coming up with shorthand ways to describe human experiences. And like, that's fine. And I feel like that's actually pretty consistent with psychology over time too. Like sometimes though, I do think it fucking gets out of control. Like when people are like Machiavellian traits and shit. Like that shit pisses me off.
Well, what about narcissism?
Isn't that part of narcissism? The
I'm
Machiavelli?
surprised
God damn it,
to-
Whitney.
It's like the
You're on
triad.
the problem.
The
Yeah.
dark
You're the dark
triad.
triad, yeah.
I know.
I'm surprised to hear you say this because this is not a stance that I would have thought you would take.
Okay.
So just stick with narcissistic personality disorder then.
So I wanted
When
to,
people say this over and
Yeah.
over again, I've heard all of you harp on.
Yeah.
You don't like this diagnosing over television. You don't like saying that so and so is a narcissist or whatever. How is this different?
I may have an analogy, I think, that
Okay.
puts this into perspective.
Is it a donkey
Nick's
basketball
analogies,
analogy?
I love them.
Maybe I can find a way.
If you can fit this
Come
into
on.
donkey
It's really
basketball,
good.
If I can
He's got
find a
this.
way.
boy, would I appreciate it. Because that is definitely
I'll
the
give you
episode
what's on my
title.
mind first, and
Yeah,
then by
yeah,
the
yeah.
end, I'll see if I can tie it back into donkey basketball,
Okay.
which is a real thing.
Yes.
Look it up.
Has
Look
been
it up.
proven.
Okay. It's kind of like you've got in football, you've got your position, you got your quarterback. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's the name of the position. We all understand. We all agree.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. The people who are deep into will say, okay, but there's different types of quarterbacks,
Oh, I see what
right?
you
There's
mean.
the scrambling quarterback.
Yeah, there's a running quarterback.
Yeah, there's the
Pocket
There are
passers.
different
pocket
quarterbacks?
passers,
Yeah.
right?
In football?
But they're not different. But that's just it. They're not. The position is quarterback.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the name.
I didn't
That's
even
what
know
called
these
it.
other
but
subsets
but
exist.
yeah, but
They do it
we
differently,
as fans or as commentators or as coaches, whatever,
Right.
they've created different categories based off of these different types that they've got.
Right.
But it's not like an official name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Does that sound?
That makes sense.
It does, but I don't think that's what we're talking about here.
I think Jacob
Yeah.
has a different question. Yeah.
Because
I'll be honest. I was still looking at donkey basketball, so
Yeah,
I was
it's
not.
fine. It's
I was
glad-
not paying attention.
I'm glad you moved on to basketball.
Yeah.
Because I was getting uncomfortable.
Finally, you added
big
basketball to that
basketballs.
search.
Big basketballs.
That was really good. I think I understand your question.
The democratization of it
Yeah.
is what throws me on your
that I'm
being okay with it.
So I'm okay. Okay, so this is where
If everybody decides that someone is a narcissist,
right.
they're not necessarily a narcissist.
And okay, I'm going to put that one in a different box because like personality disorders, I have a special beef with. But like the democratization of people coming up with ways to describe their lived experiences and borrowing psychology language to do that, I'm very comfortable with that. Where as long as we understand that this is a subclinical phrasing,
I don't think that anyone understands that.
that's where
yeah.
the mistake is. So that's when I get.
so I like
beefy.
this question though, because
Right.
that's kind of what
That's what I'm
what
they're
saying.
asking.
BK is asking,
Yeah.
like, hey, I resonate with these terms, but I also listen to your show and I respect that there's a lane. What do I do with this? And so
Yeah.
here's my
and
best
ask it, and,
shot
and
on
ask
that.
directly, like, what do you guys think of these terms?
My
Yeah.
best take on this is I'm very comfortable with people finding personal connection with different phrasings. Like we now have these other ways that we like attachment styles, right? That's not a DSM concept. But there is a branch of relationship theory that postulates there
To
are
feel
styles.
understood.
And here you go. Here's introversion and extroversion. Like those are not technically scientific concepts, but like they're broad descriptors or like Myers-Briggs shit, which is just completely
Oh,
bullshit.
gosh, yeah.
But like, sure, it has a purpose. If somebody uses that model to describe who they are and they resonate with that, if it allows you to describe yourself in ways to have better self-awareness and then to live your life more skillfully because you identify a certain way, and then other people who identify give you tips and say, hey, here's how I as another INFJ do this, or here's how I as a person who is a highly sensitive person does this. I'm great with all of it. What I dislike is whenever it becomes so infused into your identity, and this can happen with genuine mental health disorders too, like ADHD, like part of my 6-hour deep dive is like, hey, this is why this shouldn't be an identity. Like you should think about this carefully. That's where I get worried about it. So when the public gets misinformed to believe that these are all these high-level, legitimate clinical diagnostics, there's a distraction effect where it pathologizes society. It pathologizes normal human traits that are not diseases, but are tendencies. And that gets dangerous because then people seek to like get medicine or use other things and like they maladapt. That isn't helpful. If it's helpful for them to describe their lives and they can use that to positively adapt, great.
I think labeling is close enough to pathologizing.
Yeah.
That for a lot of people, it might not matter. Like that difference might not matter.
It's a very subtle difference. Like if
because
somebody
just
tells
saying
me,
that, like I am, X.
Right.
Just putting that label on there changes it.
VSP?
What?
So I'm a very sensitive person.
Yeah. So like
VSP.
I'm a very sensitive person.
Right.
Now that is I have just created a lane for myself.
But
Yeah.
also, like, it's interesting because just using that one as an example, if I would say I'm a very sensitive person, I don't think anything of it until when you start saying the VSP.
Right.
Then
when
it
I start
starts-
breathing it, then now it sounds
now
official.
it sounds
Yeah.
like a thing.
Yeah, here's
because
the
like
difference.
introvert, extrovert. Like
Right.
let's go with a lower stakes thing. Like you can say that I'm an extrovert.
Right.
But then I can sit here and tell you all of the introverted qualities that I know that I have.
Which is why
and that's why none of like this matters to me as much as that does.
Okay.
Like saying very sensitive person, cool.
Yeah.
That registers to me the same as someone saying like, well, I'm an extrovert.
here's my difference. I'm
Same
very
same
comfortable-
volume, same
Sure.
bubble.
I'm very comfortable with anybody telling me I'm a highly sensitive person.
Sure.
I'm an extrovert. I'm
yeah,
introvert.
tell
I
me
have an
whatever.
anxious attachment style. I have an avoidant attachment style. I'm fine with all that. What pisses me off historically is when people self-diagnose or internet diagnose named diseases.
Okay.
So when you walk around and say, I saw a TikTok video, I relate to these 35 things, I have ADHD. Now I'm going to go get stimulants. Now I'm going to go get amphetamines, and I'm going to change my life. Holy shit. I'm concerned you didn't talk to a professional.
Sure.
Right? Or self-diagnosed with autism or that stuff scares me because it becomes this pop culture phenomenon that I'm going to describe who I am and my identity and a lot of normal benign like traits that humans just do as this disease that we actually treat and should be
You
taken
wouldn't do
very
that with your
seriously.
leg.
Right.
You wouldn't say like, oops, I broke my leg. I'm going to splint it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take care of it.
If you thought you broke your leg, you'd go get real professional
That's it.
help. You wouldn't just walk around and be like, "Oh, the reason I run slow is because I have a broken leg."
Yeah.
Be like, no,
I'm
if
wearing
you
a
believe
splint
that, get
because
help.
I have a broken leg. Yeah.
But these
Made
subclinical
of 2x4s.
words that Be Gay Do Crimes is talking about, I'm fine with people self-identifying with that because it's subclinical, because you're not getting into the lane of like
All
an
right.
identified disease. You're just using words, and I'm fine with those words. They're sounding more and more
I think
scientific.
you have to know that. I think you have to really know that there is a differentiation there.
Yeah,
I
it
think-
is, and that's important too.
And that might just be something that it's very easy for you to know that it's not those words. It's like these
Yeah.
aren't these official words. I mean, I don't know what is and is not. Like is narcissistic personality disorder something that shows up in the DSM?
It
Yeah.
does.
It does.
Yeah.
And that's
Has
why
it
it's in that
always?
weird gray box. Because personality disorders are diagnosable. They're real.
Right.
But they're also in this fluffy, like blurry zone where other disorders we diagnose based on your suffering. Right.
Right,
So
sure.
you're depressed. You're anxious. Here's what I'm going through, doc. I need help. With these other people, it's diagnosed about how other people feel around
Right.
them. Right. Like, and I'm starting to look into the scientific literature about like covert narcissism, malignant narcissism, vulnerable
believe in that.
narcissism. No, I do
Covert.
now too.
I'm like, I do.
That was my challenge.
I've known them. I'm
So
like, wow.
I converted on this because I was
Okay.
on team. This sounds like pop psych bullshit, and so I'm feeling icky about it because
Sure.
it's already a really sensitive topic and it
Sure.
feels weaponized. And so I was
That's
like,
a
look,
big diagnosis
if you
to
think
give
somebody
someone.
suffers with a disease of narcissistic personality disorder, then they deserve treatment, not scorn. Right. And so I didn't
Agree.
like that it was being weaponized. But then I started looking into the scientific literature about it, and I realized these newer coined terms like malignant narcissist and covert narcissist are relatively new. But in the scientific literature, they used to have terms like vulnerable narcissist. And it was like somebody who elicits pity. And like, but they're still, they have the fundamental traits, but they're not grandiose. They're not necessarily extroverted.
Right. It's not what we think of
Energy
when we think narcissism.
vampire.
Energy vampire. Yeah, it's this sense of like it always has to be about
asshole
me.
is the-
I
I'm
am
just kidding.
special. Like the world owes
yeah.
me something. It's always persecutory.
Yeah.
And so, and I looked into it and I thought, okay, I get why we're calling that narcissism, and I appreciate that there's a subtype, a flavor of it, and that is like the scientific literature does support that.
Sure, yeah.
But for me, I had to go through that process to
that's
validate
good.
it
That's
because because I was hearing it too much in
You
the
don't
pop.
want to just accept
That's
everything
right.
you hear. Yeah.
But now but that wasn't always in the DSM, right?
Narcissistic personality disorder is, but not these subtypes.
No, was it
But-
always though?
So
Well,
in the
I
different-
just looked
none
it
of them
up
were
since the
That's what I'm
DSM
wondering.
3 I
Think it
think
was
is
in-
when
Okay.
it showed up.
Yeah.
So my
we're in
question
word
is
5 now.
like, was it a social thing first that then became something that has a clinical definition?
Most
things are.
diagnoses
Yeah.
do.
Probably
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, you-
They
see,
start
look
as
at
an
you.
observation.
You already know.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of like words, and
Yeah.
like diction, like you have a regular
yes, like
dictionary.
words.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought about that too. You're
And so
creating it.
then, doesn't that make it really matter what the colloquial terms are and aren't?
If enough people agree, it should be like Webster's dictionary.
Yeah.
You can,
Right.
you can vote to get something added into the DSM-6.
But I mean, it sounds like you kind of can.
That
Yeah.
would be hilarious.
I
Like,
mean,
there's a
yeah.
people's champion that like can be voted up.
But it sounds like
That
if
would be
everybody
so
just
cool.
starts saying it,
Like
that-
Trump derangement syndrome.
Exactly.
I mean, why not? We should do that for May. It should be like March Madness, but it should be like Mental
Usually-
Health Madness for May. And then there's like a bracket for words, and we just let the voters like have a word.
To be honest, though, Jacob, I think that would come with studies behind it, right? So
Right. Of
people
course it
would
would,
start
yeah.
using it and be like, wow, I notice people
Right.
are
There's a
really sensitive.
hypothesis.
And then we're going to start studying it and then decide, okay, yeah, based.
Well,
but
and-
it started with,
Right.
a description.
Yeah, and I can't see any issue with like an industry that polices itself, that has drug companies and money behind it,
Sure.
wanting to treat new patients. I can't see that being any
Let's
kind of
diagnose.
issue.
Don't even worry about it.
But I mean, we've talked about this before. It's like, what is the point of having a diagnosis? And we've talked about like,
Right.
well, it's kind of
You're
needed
going
for
exactly,
for
yeah.
billing. It's needed for this. It's needed for this. And the point that I was like to remind people is like, well, it's also needed for research.
Yeah.
Because if we're going to do research, we have to be able to say that this population share these symptoms.
Right.
So we have to give this a name so that we can research this.
Yeah.
And we have to be able to separate these people from these people, because if people from this group come over into here,
Right.
then it's going to mix with our results, and
No
we're not going to
science.
get we're not going to have good science, right? But then like you can get into the weeds like with narcissism.
Right.
And you can say, like they all share these symptoms, but this group, these people over here are just a little bit different. It almost
Right.
seems like it's like they don't quite fit into this group. And so you can continue to break it down further and further and further, and you just are going to get all of these little subgroups.
Which there's value to.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
I
good
would
with
agree.
that. I think that's how we got a lot of subtypes for a lot of diseases. One of the big things that also I think gets into this BGay do crimes that is part of the difficulty is that in mental health, our diagnoses work backwards. And this is something we have to teach our grad students all the time, is like in regular med surg health, when you say, oh, you have I'm having all the stomach pain, doc, where's it coming from? We do an x-ray and we realize you've got diverticulitis. Like, okay, diverticulitis has been happening in your abdomen. That's the cause of your pain. The symptom was caused by the cause. Well, in mental health, it's the exact opposite. All of our diagnoses are clusters of symptoms. And when we describe it as depression, we're not saying depression is the cause of these things you've been experiencing. We're saying anhedonia plus suicidal ideation plus 6 months or longer plus low, all these things, hypersomnia, all these other criteria, weight gain or weight loss. But all this, we cluster that together and we call that major depressive disorder. You're hearing voices, audio hallucinations, delusions. We call that schizophrenia. That's not schizophrenia caused this. And this is where the upside down, topsy-turvy problem of pop psych culture gets in the way, because they'll say, you have ADHD. That's the reason why you're all these other things.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, no. ADHD is a word we came up with to describe a cluster of symptoms, right? Like if we see all those at the same place, same time, for research purposes and for clinical purposes, we gave that a name. And that's where like I get a little pissy, because people are like, oh, I have highly sensitive person. That's why I'm all these other things. And it's like, don't do that. But I'm comfortable with you saying I'm the kind of person who should be described as
Yeah.
highly sensitive person. Here's what that means to
I
me.
like that differentiation.
Yeah, I do too. That's a great way to explain that. I find that a lot of these kind of like what do you call it?
Pop psych?
Pop psych. There we go. A lot of terms like that. It's really people seeking connection.
Yeah.
And especially being sensitive, I think, or maybe overly sensitive or extremely sensitive to certain things. You're already feeling out of control and probably very vulnerable in those moments. So to have a description be gay, I think that can help. Maybe you feel understood.
Yeah.
Like kind of going back to, I think, what Nick was saying earlier, if you're in a group of people or you're starting to become friends with somebody and you can describe to them like, hey, I might, cry a little more often at things. It's okay. I just cry at those things, you know, like it helps connection and it helps understanding. And I think it helps the other person know, like, okay, I don't have to maybe freak out every time you're upset. Maybe we develop like, you know, a code word or something if you're really upset, or that means different.
If I ever start crying during Pineapple.
Got it.
That's just listen very carefully because I'll whisper it because I'm scared.
So I just because you are a highly sensitive person or a very sensitive person, I would say we're not, you know, knocking the descriptions here. I think they are valid descriptions.
Yes.
Just some clarity on maybe how we view them and how they're seen from a.
There's a lot of value
standpoint.
to them.
Absolutely.
You just got to right size what they are. If
so
you
I just
describe
wanted to say
it as,
that in the end because it sounds like they're kind of, you know, I'm not sure how should I view this? How should I feel about this? Am I trying to pathologize it or is it okay?
Last note about Be Gay Do Crimes, long-term supporter and listener of the show. Be Gay Do Crimes is developing a survey that is being released in May for listeners on the Discord. And the survey is about the hosts, in which they take survey questions about us, and they answer like who's the most likely to, and like things like that, and all these really funny things.
No.
And we'll be reviewing that during the live show at the end of the month.
Oh, that's exciting.
Patreon.com/therapy.
Thanks,
Jump in there.
BK.
That will be coming out this month. But great question,
I'm already
Be Gay
not
Do
a fan.
Crimes. Appreciate. I know. I already told them like, hey, I am going to take last edit rights on this thing. Make sure this is okay before it goes out to the masses. But he's been a real friend about it, so it's a lot of fun. It's all in good spirits.
That's awesome.
We're going to take a quick
You can
break.
send the unedited version to me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're talking about surface level friendships. You're listening to Pod Therapy.
Today's episode is brought to you by Judy Schneider, Leon Kasav, Carolyn Albert, Sammy Scoop, Sarah Smith, Mike Helm, Darren Cunningham, Brady Malachek, Max the Ginger Scoop, Ellie O'Dare, and Amy Arwoodmark. Would you like to?
Wow, you didn't
Jesus.
say
I've
it
been
wrong.
practicing.
Flex.
I've been
Yeah.
practicing. Yeah. I was hoping you guys would notice.
Don't expect that shit from me, Amy.
Would you like to sponsor the show? Become a therapy producer at patreon.com/therapy.
The trivia really geography.
It is.
God damn it.
And you really can use your phone. Open your phone. Have a map. You cannot Google the answers.
All right, Whitney will keep me accountable.
He has that privacy screen. I can't see
Oh, you
shit.
can't see this? Okay.
Big thanks to my new Instagram follow, Uncle Chaps. This is all stuff.
Chaps.
Oh, this is
Little
he
Chappy.
comes up with some really good geography.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Who's first?
We're going to go around the room. You each get 3 guesses.
Oh. Okay.
Okay? Jim, we'll start with you.
Okay.
What is our map of? What do I need to pull up a map
Yeah.
of?
The entire world.
Jim has Las Vegas.
Oh, God damn it.
Pull up your map
Jim's
of
in Las
Earth.
Vegas
I've
still.
zoomed out.
Yeah,
He's at
zoom,
Jacob's house.
zoom
the whole-
the fuck out.
Keep zooming.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What is
that
the
seems okay.
largest French-speaking city
God
by
damn it.
population?
Why would this fucking help me at all? Why would a map
Because you're
going to
need to come up with cities.
The largest
And I know you can't think of cities.
French-speaking... Oh, fucking Paris.
No.
What? You said I get 3
That
guesses?
moves on. Yeah, so we'll come back
Oh,
to
we
you.
go
Okay.
round 3.
Jesus,
Largest.
Paris
Largest
is-
by size or by
French.
population?
Population.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
my God. Let me help you
A
out
French
here, Whitney.
speaking.
This is
I get to
France.
look at Jim's
Yeah,
map.
you can
France.
look at
Okay.
the map.
Okay. There's another city in there. There's Paris. Look at all these other cities. I mean, it's going to fucking be in France, right? Like,
I
that'd
feel
be
like
the
it's a
dumbest
trick
shit in the
question. It's going to be
world.
like somewhere in Belgium or something.
No, come on. I'm pissed off that it's not Paris. Is that not the capital of France? Pick the capital.
It
of
is.
France.
I believe it's the capital of France.
I don't know.
Whitney, it's a show, so
You
we
gotta,
you
gotta
throw
move
out
on
an
at some
answer
point.
here.
You go first then. You go, Jacob. I'll come back to
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'll go Montreal.
No, good guess.
Oh, Canadians. Oh,
See?
do you want to see Canada? You have a
French
fucking
Polynesia.
phone. Why am I doing this? You do
What?
it.
I'm like, let me look at you. Yeah, you're right. Your map sucks.
And
What?
now Whitney has to answer.
Google Maps. Jesus.
Is there a French Polynesia city?
I'll
not
give
gonna
you all of French Polynesia.
Okay.
No.
Jesus, dude. All right, back to me. I'm really glad you
We're
gave
only
me...
going 2 guesses in the interest of time.
Yeah. No, you're on the
This
right
is
side of
hard.
this. Give me Nantes. Nantes, France. It's a big word. You see how
I
big
saw
it is
that.
compared to the other ones? Nantes.
No, and I'll tell you right now, Paris is the largest city in France.
Fuck.
So if you're
Yeah,
still
that's
looking
what I
in
was like.
France, you're
That
wrong.
was all right. Well, then,
Do they
fuck you,
speak French
France.
in it's somewhere like
Jacob.
All right. Quebec.
Oh,
No.
Oh, wow.
Which is a province.
Gosh.
Province.
Oh, my
Oh, right. There's
City.
there's a city. There's
Quebec City.
Quebec City.
Yeah. No.
Still not Quebec City.
French
Okay.
speaking.
What's that? Vancouver.
No.
I don't think Vancouver's that French.
It is
move.
Kinshasa
What the fuck is that?
Okay.
in the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Oh, we were
They're
not going to
bigger
get
than
there.
Paris.
Well, French Polynesia.
I feel
was-
like after one round, you could have said
17
like they're not going to get to the Congo.
17
Yeah.
million. 17 million.
Wow.
what?
Okay. One
a big
more.
city.
Let's do it. Let's do
there
another
it
one.
is. Kinshasa.
All right.
That thing.
Jim, you're up.
Yes.
Damn it.
What is the only country named after a woman?
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. It's not Chad.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
Kenya sounds kind of girly. Ooh, Angola sounds very ladylike. I might go with that one. Okay.
South Korea.
Named after
I
a
like
woman?
a lot of these for girl
Named
names.
after Amy South.
You know what? Give me
Korea is just the Korean word for woman.
Right.
Oh boy, I like a lot of these. All right, I'm gonna stick to Africa, and I'm gonna go with. Ooh, that's a girl name too. Give me Algeria.
No.
Fuck.
I like Somalia.
No.
Really?
Ends in an A.
Yeah.
I like
yeah,
that.
Good
All right.
guess.
All right.
Good guess.
You're up.
This is very hard.
I want the continent of India.
Ooh.
No.
Also, it's a country. Okay, I've met this person, so I know it is real. Because she cut my hair once. Mozambique.
No.
Well,
London.
that's a lie because I've met her. London's a city.
Wait, it's not city? Sorry,
No.
did you say country? Sorry.
Country.
I was not paying attention.
Totally say England.
I
I mean, it's probably fucking America
I
or
don't
some
like
shit.
this game.
Say Greenland.
Skip
Canada.
me again.
Okay, Jacob.
It's not America. That's Amerigo Vespucci.
That sounds like a girl name. Vespucci? Come on, man.
Come on.
Vespucci was giving it up everywhere.
Let's see here. How about
I like a lot of these. Kazakhstan.
found it.
Okay.
Romania.
Oh,
No.
Oh, that's
I
too
mean,
bad.
I like that one.
Russia.
Just Russia.
She goes with it.
No.
Ah,
I
shit.
don't know. I don't
St.
know.
Lucia.
I don't like this trivia.
I don't like this at all. I think the people are
Very
upset.
hard.
We're upset.
The people are
winning.
furious.
They are raging. I can
Hear them.
tell.
You're lucky this isn't the live show, fella. All right, the chat would be blowing up right now. Everybody just being
I can't wait to be
Furious.
live. It's going to be
just
great.
upset. Is that the end of it?
Please be
Yes.
the end.
Graciously good. All right. Well, I'm glad that it wasn't as geographic as I thought it was going to be.
That's
Like,
geographic.
this is like
Very graphic.
Did any of us get anything right?
No.
No.
Zero.
I don't think
No.
so.
all right. You know what? I'm not losing, and shame on both of you. All right. Yeah.
I mean, you're tied for last.
yeah.
I'm going to start off the next one with one I think you can get.
Yeah, probably a good
interesting.
idea. Yeah,
Very
since
fun.
we ate dog shit on the last one.
Yeah.
Surface level friendships. Hi, friends. Please save for a Whitney appearance because she's
I'm
a
here.
gal's gal, and I appreciate her perspective.
Boo.
Got
Okay,
you.
we didn't do it on
I
purpose.
guess
Got
the rest
you.
of us can
Happens
just
to
fuck
be
off.
here.
then.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Move
Why don't you go ahead and
aside,
fucking read the
guys.
question, Whitney?
Bye.
Since you're just so fucking great.
No, go on.
What?
Go on.
Go ahead. No, you're
Go
the
on.
people's champion all the goddamn sudden. Fine. Fuck you.
Don't
writer.
even know what country's named after a
Yeah,
woman.
stupid. Some gal's gal. She couldn't even name a girl country.
I believe women.
This bullshit.
Women's names of countries.
Women's names. I'm seeking some advice on how to manage or even have surface level friends. Here's the context. My neighbor who lives directly above me is named Julia. Julia is a young and beautiful and wonderful person. We've gotten quite close over the last year, or so I thought. My first inkling that we weren't on the same friend page was when she said by accident, "I tell you more than my real friends."
Ooh.
Yikes.
That's interesting. Of course, she backtracked, but that was a Freudian slip if I've ever heard one. She also has never invited me out to meet any of her real friends. I suspect it's because we are very fundamentally different. I'm in my early 30s, while she's in her late 20s. I would describe her as a clean girl aesthetic.
Wait,
while-
did you say early 30s and late 20s?
I was like, that's not that far. That's
the,
what, 5
the two
years?
age groups that are next to each other?
Neither shall the two
So
ever
different.
meet.
I know.
As far as the east is from the west is 29 from 30. as we all know. I would describe her as a clean girl aesthetic, while I'm a farmer. I'm also a really direct person, while she, well, isn't. Anytime I've tried being direct with her about my feelings, she gets weirded out and will stop talking to me for about a week or so. Surface level friends like Julia. I'm pretty all or nothing type bitch, and that means I have very few friends. Because of that, I covet and care for the people I consider my friends deeply. But it hurts a lot when I'm reminded I'm not actually her friend. She's my friend, but I'm not hers. Or at least that's how it feels. Thoughts? Thank you for the weekly Wednesday episodes, and I consider you bitches my friends, whether you like it or not. Okay,
Yeah.
love you, bye, Ellie.
We made the circle.
Don't tell me who I'm friends with.
Tell you. We are your real friends.
Oh,
This
my
actually,
God.
it kind of reminds me. I came across this video on social media
Gross.
the other day. It was
Donkey basketball.
No, it was how to rage bait men.
Oh, yes.
And it's like,
Oh,
just,
how did it do?
Just
Ooh.
backhanded compliments.
Yes.
And just like crazy
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Like what? Tell me one.
I've seen this.
I'm
I've
trying to
seen
remember
clips of
something
this.
about like I think it's great how much confidence you have for being so short. Or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Or like there was another one. It's
You're
like
so confident for how short you
Yes.
are. Like,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
stock market isn't real. That was
Oh,
another.
God. Oh,
okay,
God.
that would rage bait a dude.
No, but I get this. Women have theirs. Like, oh, I just love how you can wear anything. You know, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
classic. Like, huh?
You look so
know,
great with no makeup. I could never do that.
I could never do that. Like, what?
So confident of you.
Yes.
You
Go
can
out
really
with your
just
dark
fit anything
circles.
up there
Yeah.
The key is the key
in your attic.
The real
I
key,
love
though,
it. Of
is
your
to
house.
find something that they're not aware of, or something that doesn't even exist, but they walk away from the conversation thinking about it. Just like, oh, your eyesight must be so amazing with your eyes so close together. Like
Oh,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
These are great.
Jim's taking notes.
I know. No, I'm looking up how to rage bait men, and these are great. So I will be
Okay.
going over them after we get an answer.
So I have general thoughts about this topic of like being friends with somebody who maybe you don't know their other friends. That in general, because what first came to mind before we got into kind of the yucky part of the question was that like I have friend groups that maybe don't overlap or mix, and
Right.
so I don't like the term that this neighbor friend used where it's like, oh, my real friends. Like, excuse me much? Like, that's a no.
That to me could be excused.
I agree. So she played it off.
With like, that's the wrong term. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't have a group name for this one person.
Right.
Because I kind of think about it like I became friends with one of my neighbors, and it was kind of weird for a while and she's about 10 years older than me, but I feel very connected to her. But at one point I'm like, are we like really real friends, or are we
neighbor
just friends
friends.
because we're neighbors? Like you kind of are
That's-
thinking about that, and you're like, well, yeah, like we took that step, and I heard the writer say, you know, whenever I get vulnerable with my feelings and I'm telling this person, hey, I care about you, I think we're really good friends, then they kind of back off. That to me is a little flag. But I'm going to circle back to that, because initially I think it's okay to have maybe like your neighbor friend, your friends that you like to go to country concerts with because you all like that kind of music, but like other friends you love hanging out by the pool with or whatever, going to play pickleball, whatever you like to do. So it's like, I think having those different groups of friends is fine and wonderful. I don't like the term real friends, but yeah, like Jacob said, maybe she wasn't using the right term there per se.
I can
Just
let that
kind
go.
of a slip.
Yeah, like an actual just slip. But for you personally, one, I hear you saying that you really care about the people in your life, and having only a few friends, I think that's totally fine and great. Especially the older we get. You're saying you're in
Yeah,
your
right.
30s, like it starts really whittling down, and for good reason. It's like you only have so much time, and in your day,
less
in your life,
patience.
less patience, and the people that are worth it are worth it.
Yeah, at that point, tryouts are kind of over.
It's
Like,
really
you've
hard to
kinda-
become good friends
Yeah,
with
you
somebody.
kind of picked your team.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly. And I was going to comment on this. I just spoke to one of my friends I've been friends with since we were 10 years old. And sometimes, I don't know if this is bad or not, but I look at how we are friends, and she is so different to me in a lot of ways that I'm like, I wonder if I met her today, at almost 40.
Would you still be
Would
friends?
I have connected and like love her no matter what?
Right.
I'm like, I don't know, because we are very different, but because she's in my circle now, I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. You could do whatever, and you're like my bestie. It doesn't matter. You could like, I don't know,
I feel like
I don't know.
this is an interesting paradigm, though, right? Because there's compatible friends, and then there's situational friends.
Yes.
Like, Nick and I would not have naturally just become friends. No, that's true. He knows that's true. There's no universe where we would have like even probably had an occasion to talk to each other. If we both just independently knew
Nick's
Jacob,
not denying.
and we ended up at a
Yep.
party that Jacob hosts, I believe he calls them soirees. If we were invited
that-
to a soiree,
Okay.
and we were both there,
I weirdly do often call them soirees.
I was
I
just
love
speaking
it.
facts. That nothing about that was a bit. That's just true.
He's your best friend, so he knows this.
The text says
Jim
the soiree
has
begins
perspective
at
on
X.
being a friend.
That's right. But like, if I just randomly came upon Nick and we were like chatting, like, okay, what would we have in common? Or, oh, you're a therapist too. Okay, well, that would probably be a great start. But like, we probably wouldn't go much further than that, right? Like, but when you're coworkers, you situationally become friends because it's like, well, there's no other dudes here. You want to go get lunch?
I think all you're talking about is time commitment.
Okay.
When we're younger, you are forced into time
Yes.
commitment relationships with people in school classrooms and you know, like preschool, whatever.
Right.
If you're friends with like somebody else's kid, like
Even
if your
this
parents
question,
are
they're
friends,
like neighbors. You're
Yeah.
just there.
Neighbors.
like
Yeah.
like you said, are we good friends because we would be good friends, or are we good friends because we're neighbors?
Yeah.
Like yes, it's just both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just both.
I'm saying like to validate, I think Whitney's point there though, I do think that like the beginning of many friendships is kind of situational, and I can appreciate that mentally.
With the
You
time
ask yourself
Because
like,
you have to have that time.
Yeah.
Like
How did
that's
it
what
come
gives
to
you
be?
the time. Yeah.
Because I guess
That's a
that's a
good
good
point.
point. Like,
Yeah.
how else do you fucking meet anybody? Like, what do we have? Like a friendship dating app?
Let me
that
know.
you're
I'll
like-
tell my clients because
Yeah.
I get that question
I
a lot.
know.
How do I
How
meet
do you
friends?
people? Yeah.
But I just wanted to say to the writer that if you are feeling hurt by this person, it might be time to back off a little bit, and
So
especially. No, you just don't have to call or
I think
text.
you
How are
move.
you connecting
You move,
with them? Are
Ryder.
you running?
It's the only
it?
way.
Oh my gosh, Jim's avoidant.
Burn it down. Collect the insurance money.
It's gonna be weird. You
this
can't
got
not be
dark.
friends with this person. You're already neighbors. How do you unfriend a neighbor?
You
Oh, it's
stop-
not that hard.
It's not that hard. You just obviously the other girl's doing it. Whenever the writer's vulnerable with her, she just doesn't call or text for a week. That's
Right.
the same thing. She doesn't want to be that close either.
It's awkward. And one day you're gonna need your
Jim.
trash bins brought in.
Oh my
You're gonna be like, what
gosh!
the
No,
fuck
you
did
look
I
out your
do?
window first, and you go out there first. If they come out, that's on them. They started that awkward discussion. But no, I think you have to protect your peace, and you've described yourself as somebody who loves deeply for those those friends they do have. This person is not earning that friendship, and that can feel hurtful. And some friends are in our lives just for a short time. Maybe this person you had a great connection with for a little while, and now it's not there. They're not earning.
Or
that.
they're just a person that like you exchange pleasantries with and,
Yes.
and like they bring your garbage cans in every now and then.
Yeah, they're actually showing you who they are and telling you who they are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like you have to force something, and maybe there is a little bit of grieving that comes with that, of that separation. That's hard. It's hard to feel the rejection.
Yeah. Sorry, I was going
Do
to
y'all-
answer, but
Donkey basketball again?
realized this was not my question. It was
It was
yeah,
for Whitney.
shut the fuck up.
so-
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I
Now that
actually-
we've heard the right answer, why don't we fuck around? Why don't we just jump in
No,
on this
I
shit?
did-
But I get the thing with like different friend groups.
Yeah,
you know,
I was
'cause,
gonna
like,
ask, do y'all ever merge friend group? Like Jacob has these soirees.
Oh, not only
Thank you.
I'm excited. This is the thing I'm excited about for the reception.
Oh,
Is
yes.
all of us getting to meet?
Table assignments.
Oh, are you gonna mingle us, or are we gonna
I
be
am.
in groups?
No, I'm
You're
going to
spreading us.
Oh, wow.
I've already got it
Dispersing.
planned out, like how I'm going to
He's then
Jim
you're gonna let you
hates
sit next
this.
to your wife.
I'm gonna have,
No, I'm already upset.
Jim's looking at
This is gonna be awful. I don't want to do
Jim's gonna
this
go
at
in and
all.
switch all the names.
just like
Jacob.
friends that I've had that I've just been like, oh, you know who would I think really click
okay.
with this group is this other person and this other like
Don't let him bring a plus
web
one, and
of
then
my
they'll
friends.
connect.
Yeah. Oh, it's all about it's when I say connect, I mean hooking up.
Oh,
So it's gonna be-
yes.
yeah. It's a
swinger
Got
wedding.
It's a
it.
big key party.
It's a
Soiree.
This is a
Slash
party
wedding.
wedding. Yes.
I just learned that was on like Seinfeld or so. What was that?
Oh my god.
It's in The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
It is in the Grinch.
Yeah, it is.
It's such a
I gotta
Like a
rewatch
key party
that.
movie.
No,
it was a
I
key
gotta
party
re-
reference in The Grinch.
No, I gotta watch that again.
Oh
okay.
my god. Yeah. No, but I do think that there's something to be said
Jim,
for
do you
like,
mix your friend group?
no, not well. You guys are it. So This is kind of all I got going on. It's pretty great. The way I make new friends is we just expand the podcast.
Who's our
I
next
started
host?
with Nick, and I was like,
Wait
we
till
should
you're
get
out.
Jacob on the show. Now Jacob's around. Now you're here. It's great. Just keep adding microphones, and eventually I have enough people to play basketball with. It'd be really fun. It's the only way I know. But I do agree with this idea of like, okay, neighbor friend to me, I could, and I agree with you, Whitney. I think that your point is very valid. I do think this is a real friendship. I don't know that I like that term, but I can appreciate that there is something different about it. And I don't necessarily think that that means it's less valuable, because I think your neighbor friend has access to you in a way that so many other people do not. You know, like this very intimate thing, like your neighbor comes over and you're in your PJs.
My
you're like, "Come on in."
favorite part. My favorite part is the random, like, oh, what are you doing in 10 minutes? Want to
Yes.
go on a walk? And they're just there,
Yes.
or they're not sometimes, but it's like, all right, cool. But
Yeah.
want to come watch the show with me? Sure. I'll be over in
Right.
5 minutes. It's the best.
Yeah, no, I just think that's a very different
You don't have
reality.
to plan anything.
Yeah, I just think it's very, very different. Like, I mean, my sister moved to town and she lives right down the street, and so she comes over with her kid like all the time. And it, you know, she's family and stuff too. But it's just like this morning, she's like, "Hey, we're getting coffee. Can I just pop in?" Everybody's in their PJs. Everybody's hair is undone.
That's
We just
so
woke up, and it's
cute.
like, yeah, whatever. And she's like, "Great, I'll bring donuts." You know, like, okay, but it's family. But I feel like that same thing happens with neighbors, like that proximity of like
Yes.
they've seen you go get your newspaper in the morning. They've seen you picking up dog shit, like
Yeah.
whatever. If there's
She's
an
like,
emergency,
my house is dirty. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Right.
fine.
just people are just much more natural in that way. And so I think I can appreciate that it's not a true, or I don't like the word real, but like a traditional friendship might be the right word.
So if the writer would not have said how deeply they end up caring for their friends, I would have gone that route. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned it. And I personally, if you set that expectation, I think
Right.
that's a wonderful type of friendship to have. So I guess, writer, like consider adjusting your expectations if you feel like you can. But if you can't, then you might not need to be in it. It might just be hurtful then. But I think adjusting
I don't think you can get out of this friendship. You have to burn down your house and get the insurance
Jim.
money. You
The
have
only
to
option.
move. I don't know. This is also one of the reasons I refuse to be friends or even know.
Oh,
Also,
yeah,
the
you don't
reason
talk to
why
your
we have
neighbors.
to have an attorney on retainer.
Yeah, Leon gets a lot of mail.
Yeah,
I write Leon every week, and I'm like, do you know what he said to me this week? He said I shouldn't be fucking dancing. He's just a douche, and I'm not gonna deal with this shit anymore. Yeah, Leon has a whole fucking gym file. Okay,
Wow.
you're gonna be served one day. Anyway, writer, the clear advice here is that you need to move. I think that's the only way out of
Wow.
this. I don't think you can continue this friendship, or you do, right? As long as you right size what your friendships are, which to me. I think that there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I can appreciate that you have different friends at different levels, that you call for different things. And like, if somebody accidentally oversteps into a different lane, they're not wrong, but there is a moment of reckoning where you realize like, oh, I don't think we're those friends though. You know? Like,
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Am I
It's
way
like,
out of base here?
are we hugging friends? I don't know if we're hugging friends.
That's a
Right.
thing. Yeah.
Right.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was thinking about this
How
the other
many
day.
friends does Nick?
So I went up to Reno,
Everybody.
and I talked about it when I turned 40. I went to Reno
Nick
with
hugs a
Eddie.
lot.
Eddie and I shared a hotel room. No big
course
deal.
you did.
We were roommates in college. I've known this guy forever. I don't even think
Okay,
about
that's
it.
fair.
But if Nick and I were going to a conference, and it'd be like, oh, we'll just get one hotel room. I'd be like,
Nick's hell no.
huh,
Hell no.
I think we
Nick's
can get two. I think we'll
No.
be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
we
There
can.
you
We'll
go.
get
Roommates.
two.
No,
We'll get
I-
adjacent, but we'll get two.
I open door
Connecting.
poo.
Yeah.
I gotta.
There's no way around.
Gotta have that door
Wait, y'all
open.
don't use the
That's fair.
lobby?
That's fair.
One
Weird.
person goes to the lobby.
Oh, yeah. Lobby
what-
move.
Open the door in the lobby.
That's the move.
Laura and I had to do that in New York because the hotel room was so small. Like it was a little bit bigger than the
It has
bed.
a glass door for the
Yeah.
toilet that you just stare at each
the
other.
toilet was in the shower, and there was a glass door that went around the shower and toilet,
Yeah.
and it was like frosted glass, but it was like, meh.
I can still
Also-
see things I don't want to see.
yeah, also not soundproof. So yeah,
You need your toilet sound. I'm learning
Yes.
way too.
Yeah, this is why we can't be in the same room. I think it's fine. And I want that for you. I want you to have that.
there you.
It doesn't mean that we're not
Poo-
friends.
poo and
We're
privacy.
just not. We're not
Exactly.
same
Poo and
hotel room
privacy.
friends.
There you go.
That's all.
Different
Well,
levels
it's
of friends.
That's
It's
right.
not. You're getting the wrong idea, Whitney. It's not that. It's the screaming that I don't want. That's what I don't want.
Nick, you need to go get that colonoscopy because if there's that much
That's where I
screaming.
talk to my doctor.
Yeah.
You guys don't cry when you.
What I appreciate about it though is he does it into a pillow, and I appreciate.
Is that how you cry?
That was
No,
the
that's a
scream.
scream.
That was the
That's
scream,
Banks.
not the cry.
His poo screams.
The cry has to be real. He can't mimic
Yeah,
that.
then I have to turn up Titanic on the hotel room TV, and like this is weird for both of us now.
The
Celine
neighbor.
Dion's fucking belting it out, and he just keeps moaning into this bell.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Ryder, that's what you should do about your friendship. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're talking about successes and failures as therapists. You're listening to Pod Therapy.
Today's episode is brought to you by Judy Schneider, Leon Kasav, Carolyn Albert, Sammy Scoop, Sarah Smith, Mike Helm, Darren Cunningham, Brady Malachek, Max the Ginger Scoop, Ellie O'Dare, and Amy Arwoodmark.
Oh, wow.
Would you like to sponsor the show? Become a
Jesus.
therapy producer. Patreon.com/therapy.
2
Well, we don't know I'm right.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Make a lot of good points.
This is where the live show is really going to fuck us up. I think a lot of people just show up and just literally jump into the Zoom and pronounce their name.
Yep.
Yeah.
The whole bit.
I'll do it.
All right, Jim. Starting off with you.
All right. I'm going to do it without a map this time.
What U.S.
Yeah, the
states?
map doesn't help.
Yeah, honestly.
What U.S. state's motto is "Live free or die"?
Bruce Willis. Live free or die. God damn, it's like a 50 Cent motto right there.
Yeah.
I like that shit. It's going to be an original colony.
It's live free
Yeah.
or die trying.
Live free or die trying. Okay. It's going to be some really fucking killer state. Give me like fucking one of the originals. I don't know who they are. Give me Kentucky. I feel like they fuck shit up.
Wow.
What,
that's
the
a good
originals?
guess.
Is that not an original one?
No.
That's not. That took caught me off guard, but I was like, that
You know
does check out.
I mean, it kind of feels right, doesn't it? Like,
but it's not an original
Kentucky will fucking
colony.
guy
I'm
up.
taking away 2 guesses.
Ah,
on that one.
shit.
I was like,
I don't know.
Come
One
on,
of the,
man.
one of the West Coast states, like, I don't know, Florida.
yeah. Look, hey, it has a West Coast, all right? Joke's on you, all right?
Sure is.
So not Kentucky then?
no.
All right.
Damn.
It was a solid guess. You know it was a solid
Yeah,
guess.
solid guess.
Yeah.
Solid
State,
guess.
live free or die.
Die trying.
Georgia.
No.
Connecticut.
Live
No.
and let die.
Did he get his guesses back?
Jim, you want another one?
I do. Give me fucking Delaware.
No.
Yeah, fuck you, Delaware, you pussies.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
No.
Damn.
Oh, that's good. That's
I think
good.
we're all
It was
tempted
gonna
to
be
go
like
originals. Don't go
Wyoming or
original.
something.
Yeah,
Rhode
pick,
Island.
Pick some weird ass state.
No.
Can we get one more round?
Yeah,
guess?
give us another
One
round.
more round.
Okay.
Give me fucking Montana.
No.
Shit.
Damn.
Go Wyoming.
I
Oh,
was
you know
gonna
it's
guess
Wyoming.
Wyoming.
You're
Wyoming.
getting further away.
Shit. Okay, I take back Wyoming.
I don't know which direction that is.
I know. That's why
You
it
don't have your
doesn't
map
matter.
up.
You said the map doesn't
Live
help.
free
Now you're
or-
desperate
You
for it.
were on the right track.
Okay.
As
With Kentucky?
far as like East Coast originals.
Originals.
Colonies, kind of.
Jesus.
You know.
Pennsylvania.
Can we have 13 guesses?
No.
Shit.
Maryland.
No.
Can we
All
go
right.
one more round?
Okay, go ahead.
Give me North Carolina.
No.
Shit.
You already said Connecticut or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You did? Oh.
13
Let's
I'll take
do-
Virginia.
colonies.
No.
Damn it.
Virginia's for lovers.
Good guess.
Vermont.
Very close.
Oh!
New Hampshire.
Damn it.
New Hampshire.
I was only like 8 more guesses away.
One more round.
Yeah. When you think about New Hampshire, you think they will fuck people
Montreal.
up for freedom.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
let's
that's
go closest without going over.
Okay.
How many federally recognized tribes are there in the United States?
Oh my gosh. It's going to be way more than you even
Oh, boy. All right.
federally recognized.
Yep, federally recognized
Like all
tribes.
of them should be.
Okay, I feel like you need to go first, Jacob, because you are the worst actor at
'Cause
the
he's-
Price is Right game. You always asshole it.
Oh.
And so I think you need to go first, okay? 'Cause we always guess in good faith, and you always do gamesmanship, all right? And I'm tired of it. I'm just sick of this shit.
All right, I'll go 135.
Okay, Jim?
Go ahead, Jim.
first.
No,
ahead, Jim.
No, we already know where you're.
I'm gonna go higher on this. Give me 300.
All right.
Ooh. My original guess before Jacob said his was going to be 150. I'll say 100.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, we got some distance between us,
Jim is the closest.
but I went over.
No, you're still 200 short.
Oh my god.
Ah,
574.
there you
tribes.
Wow.
Over 200 of them alone are in Alaska.
Oh,
Jeez.
damn. Okay.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Oh yeah, when I was counting them, I didn't count Alaska.
Yeah.
We didn't-
That's why you were off.
probably-
that checks
I did the
out.
quick math.
We all
and
made that
forgot
mistake.
about Alaska.
I knew it.
Because it's off. On
Yeah.
the it's got its own little corner of the
over
map.
there.
It's
Where those
down
other
You can see
people
Russia
are.
from it.
Yeah.
See, I didn't forget Alaska. I never forget Alaska. So, because I remember.
You weren't close.
I believe I won.
Seems like you forgot part of
the
Alaska.
word you're looking for is winner.
Forgot
Okay.
part of Alaska.
All I know is in this geography
forgot
challenge,
Juneau.
Jim is in the lead. Fuck everybody.
Geography
Successes
challenge.
and failures as therapists. Hey guys, I've been listening to the show for about 2 years now, and I enjoy every episode.
Thank you.
This is just about the only podcast that truly makes me feel included in the community, and I'm grateful for the effort you all put into it. Alongside the humor, I'm a relatively new therapist, and I really appreciate the knowledge each of you bring to the scenarios presented on the podcast.
You're welcome.
And it's clear you are all seasoned veterans in your own
All
practice
of you.
areas. It says all. I'm wondering if each of you would be willing to share one of your biggest success stories and one of your biggest failures as clinicians, and maybe how you grew from that failure. Fingers crossed, I don't feel like I've experienced a true failure yet, but obviously in this field, sometimes a mistake can lead to catastrophic consequences, and I'd like to hear how you all moved on after a failure. One of my biggest successes so far in my early career is that I've helped a teenage client abstain from self-harming for over a year, and reminding myself about this case helps me prove to myself that I kind of sort of know what I'm doing. Thank you all again, and I truly appreciate this show. Signed, Charm City Shrink. Pronouns are he and him.
Wow.
Where's Charm City? Is that a thing?
That's the next trivia
That's
question.
what I call my
Yeah.
taint. Come on down to Charm
Charm
City.
Come on City.
down.
Welcome.
This is a tough question.
Where the air
What
is
a good-
always clean.
What a good accomplishment.
Baltimore,
though.
Maryland,
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
according to Google.
All right.
Still in the original colonies.
Yeah. So this is a tough one. I think it's hard for anybody just to remember like their best. I mean,
gosh.
the worst ones I think we've all been
I've
through.
only had one success, so I remember it fondly.
Let's hear about it.
Yeah.
Let's hear. Donkey basketball.
No,
Shot the J, threaded it.
She was really difficult to work with, but fast forward, we're getting married.
Oh yeah, that's right. Big win.
no.
Great
Really proud of you.
story.
I'm joking.
Also, his biggest failure.
I would
Damn.
I would
Well, not yet.
That was the first
never
wife.
That's right.
marry. Yeah.
Sorry, Nick.
Biggest failure is when I married my first client. This one's working out.
Yeah.
Feel really good about it.
You know what? If this doesn't work out, I'm going to stop marrying my clients.
This
Third
might be what the
Third
code
time.
was about.
If
It's
it
to
doesn't
protect
happen on
you.
the third time,
That's
I think-
right. That's
I
right.
am going to keep fucking him, though. Fuck the crazy right out of him.
Oh my gosh.
What is your success story?
I've had a couple. There's two right away that come to mind. One most recently because she is now a clinician,
Oh wow.
a clinical director,
Oh wow.
and I've had a lot of interaction with her at conferences and stuff, and
That's cool.
just it was funny because just like a year ago we were talking and she was referring to me as Mr. Nick, and I was like, hey, we're
Mr.
colleagues.
Just Nick.
Just Nick's fine.
That's
Yeah,
the
you're-
hardest when you have
yeah.
like a professor or
Colleagues, yeah.
somebody,
Yeah.
and you're like, Mr. So-and-so, I
Right.
can't stop. Like, just call me by my first name. No.
Right.
There's another one too that I know Jim knows, but this person was I had worked with at two different organizations, and kind of had a reputation as being a person that the rest of the counselors just did not want to work with.
Had a nasty
for-
reputation as
Yeah.
a cruel dude.
Yeah. But for whatever reason, we just kind of clicked and established a good rapport, and still every once in a while I'll hear from this person and still doing good, still success and living a good life. And I get updates every once in a while. So yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
I
really
think I know
cool.
what you're talking about. But yeah, I think one of the things that I love about this question is the writer saying, look, I made a difference, right? Like I was working with a teen, helped them not to self-harm. And I think that what all of us have probably experienced is when you have that success that you realize I'm probably the only person I know that could have pulled this one off, because this is a good match. Like this client,
Yeah.
I was a perfect fit. I could read them really well. We connected really well. The alliance was really strong. I read the situation correctly. I had the right interventions at the right times. And, a lot of that's luck. But whenever that happens and you start getting some wins like that with a person, you're like, wow, this one's really turning around. We're really starting to get there. That's tremendous. It's one of the most validating things I think you could experience as an early therapist.
Yeah.
You gotta hold on
Especially
to
when
those.
you're really doubting yourself. There's a lot of that
which we all
imposter
do
syndrome.
First start.
Yeah,
Good Lord.
exactly. Gosh, successes. Definitely working with teams is a challenge to start with. So it's like I hear the writer when they're talking about like how good that feels when you can reach a teenager and then also be able to work through challenging situations with them, because even if you have good rapport, it's still challenging to change their behavior, mostly because their parents are a huge part of that equation typically, and you don't have control over that. They don't have control over that. So first of all, just well done, you. But I would say, like, for me, I did have a client who reached out to me on Facebook Messenger, which I don't check Facebook very often anymore. And then when somebody you're not friends with messages you, it's like hidden.
Goes into the
Yeah.
whatever,
And so I won't see some of those for like a month, 2 months, 3 months. And I'm like, oh, I should go check this random folder.
So that's why you don't answer my DMs. Okay. Because we're not friends.
No, I saw
one of
that
the
in
reasons.
there.
All right.
Just one. Yeah. But I get this message from a teen that, and I don't know, maybe this is a controversial one, but it felt still like a success to me. Basically a teenager that had been a JSO, so a juvenile sex offender.
Yeah.
And let me just preface this by saying, 95% or more maybe of the clients I worked with, they are good kids.
Yeah.
They've either had things done to them or they were in precarious situations that led them to do the things they did. Every once in a while you get one, you're like, yeah, you need to stay for a long time, and I'm scared. But majority of these children are not going to, as long as they've been through treatment, it's very unlikely they'll reoffend. So this kid, who's not a kid anymore, messages me and he's like, hey, just wanted to reach out and let you know that you were really impactful to me in my life. And, I went into the military, after I finished school and stuff, high school, and I'm married now and I have a child of my own, and just how much that impacted him, because they're in group homes. Let me just preface that they're not in their home. They're removed from their own parents and their own families a lot of the time. And so I was like, oh my gosh. And in my mind, I'm like, assuming everything is going well there, which it seemed like it was just like, that's a huge impact to feel like you have, especially the cycle of sexual abuse that can happen. So so that one was really, really a big deal to me. I guess one other one, I had a small child, not a JSO in foster care, and he was like 8 or 9 when I was working with him, and his social worker years later, when he was like a teenager, reached out to me on Facebook too. This was some years ago, but she's like, he just remembers you. Like, and he's still in the foster care system and going through stuff, and I think you were somebody that he remembered working with. And I never knew with him, like, you show up for these little kids and you're like, I don't know. And so they were like, can you be someone he reaches out to? Do you give like permission for that? And I was like, yeah, if you need something, like, absolutely. I'm still, a therapist, whatever. So that was kind of cool. I was like, oh my gosh, it's just for kids, you never know.
Kids are a tough population too. Because a lot of time you think this is the worst. Like, it's not going well. I don't think I'm connecting with them. They don't want to be here.
Yes.
It's so hard to break through.
Yes.
So I do think there's a huge victory lap whenever that happens with that population. You're like, okay, this is going well. Which I think in addictions work, that's true too. Like you mentioned, like a very difficult client. A lot of them are really difficult in addictions treatment.
The ones that a lot of clinicians find really difficult are the ones that I really enjoy working with, because the common theme is honesty. Like the ones that are just very honest. Those are the ones I like.
Yeah.
Like, because I appreciate honesty. Even if it's stuff I don't want to hear, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But a lot of counselors, they're fine with just lie to me. Just say the things to get through this.
Whatever you have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like that, because I can sense, that bullshit. You know, if you're just in here and you're just bullshitting and none of this is sincere, I understand that. I sense that. And it just, I'm like, well, what am I doing? Kind of wasting my time. Whereas if you come in here, you know, and you sit and you're like, this is bullshit that I have to be here, and you're a fucking idiot. Well, I don't know why I have to talk to you.
Yeah.
I'm like, awesome, great.
Yeah. Let me tell you about my golf game.
Yeah, let's go. Let's talk.
You're a fucking idiot. No, I'm a fucking idiot.
Show you. Yeah, you cannot say anything worse than I've said to myself on the golf course. Okay, you can't hurt me. You know, it's tough because I think successes and failures, they start to pile up over the decades, you know, that you do this career, and like at some point I think it becomes a blur. And I hope that you don't hold on to them too tightly, right? Because I think, like, especially with failures, I mean, at some point you lose a client, you know, like you lose people to suicide, you lose people to overdose. Yeah, I mean, those ones are always really hard. And I think anytime those happen, at least in my career, there's like this deep, you know, self-reflection of like, what did I miss? Did I get everything right? You know, where did I drop the ball? Clearly there were warning signs that I didn't see. Those are the ones that haunt me, you know, and I've had several of those, you know, throughout my career where you sit down, you look at it, and you always think of things you could have done. And like you talk to other colleagues, and, you know, Nick's been with me through some of those where we kind of go back through them, and he'll look at it and say, look, if I think that you're out of line, I'll tell you fucked up on this. Here's an area you probably could have done more. Here's where you probably could have caught this, but I also wouldn't have expected you to. Like that's above and beyond, or that was a blind spot you wouldn't have known to look at.
Hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah, exactly. With hindsight, you're like, yeah, watch the game footage, and it's like, well, here you go. They're blitzing on the left. And it's like, but you didn't see that, man. Like you were doing the best practice at the time. So, I mean, but those failures still stay with you because in the end of the day, it is a life and death profession. You know, a lot of times we don't appreciate that, like, this is still frontline healthcare. Mm-hmm. Suicide is extremely dangerous. Drug and alcohol overdose is extremely dangerous. Deaths of despair, very, very serious. So, yeah, I mean, I carry those with me a lot. And that will happen to you too, writer. That's going to be new in your life. You're going to carry those. And it makes you better. I think that it causes you to double, triple check. It causes you to be like more intuitive about certain things. You develop a little bit more fear that things can go wrong because you've experienced a sudden twist, you know, that you didn't see coming. And those are really hard, but they make you a better healthcare provider. Yeah.
Are we just going to ignore
the negatives?
Jacob's life coaching successes?
Oh, you know what?
I think we should give him...
My bad. Clearly, his biggest success is winning a doctorate. Mm-hmm. That was a pretty great day.
I don't know. It wasn't that hard.
I didn't really feel accomplished.
Turns out it's pretty easy.
Oh, my God.
Did it a couple times.
That's true. You've defended.
Is that what they call defending your thesis? I think that's it, right?
Oh my God.
Very true. Okay. Yeah. Well, solid. Yeah. So some big successes there.
Yeah.
And, obviously no failures. You know?
No.
Because Jacob doesn't fail.
No.
The client fails.
Everybody else does. You failed me.
That's right. You've let me down.
I will give you an F.
You owe me an apology. I'm giving you bad reviews.
No, I break up with you.
That's right.
If I come to your funeral, your mother will apologize to me.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Another failure was that time I put fake cocaine.
Yeah, I was wondering if we were going to talk about that.
That wasn't great. That was a little bit of a rookie. Rookie move, you know.
The thing I said about hindsight being 20/20 does not apply here.
Oh, is that not? Oh, okay. Now you retract.
That was a 20/20 situation.
At the moment it happened. Probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah, there's been a few of those.
So sorry, Mr. Escobar.
Yeah. There was another time at that same camp, like more than half the guys that were up there were coming up right out of prison. Like we called them on paper. You know, they were there for good behavior. They were there to get clean, but they absolutely were on parole. And they were very dangerous people. And it was fascinating how often there'd be like people from rival gangs in the same group therapy.
Oh, shit.
And they would just agree, like, the beef is squashed while we're here. Like, this is neutral ground. We're all facing the same challenges. Yeah. And then, you know, they'd get down the mountain and like it was back to war. Like it was crazy. But there was one day where there was a guy there, a very dangerous guy. And I got along with him really, really well. And I thought we were just hitting it off. Everything was really good. And then one day I was in the counseling office, mostly around other staff, but there was a couple of people there that were like assistants, but they were patients, but they were like there doing assistant duties or whatever. And somebody was like, oh, somebody needs to call this guy out or whatever, or like get him involved. And I don't remember how I phrased it, but I was like, oh, I got that guy. No problem. They're like, are you sure? Like, you know, he's kind of a tough guy. And I was like, no, we're getting along really good, man. He's a bitch. I got him. And I said that phrase, something along the lines of he's a bitch. Don't even worry about it. And like, I phrased it at the time. It made more sense. But
Sure it did.
Yeah.
looking back, it's hard to find an eloquent way to get this out that sounds benign. But the assistant people that were in the room were like, okay. And they went and told this guy in front of a group of other men, some of these really dangerous guys. So they go and tell him, oh, Jobin called you a bitch, man.
Yeah.
And like, I did not realize that in prison culture, the phrase bitch means quite a lot.
It means a lot.
I didn't know that. I was new to the game. So he comes running like across camp. Everybody's like running outside to watch him murder me.
Yeah.
And so like I am standing on my porch just sitting because our offices had porches. It was cabins in the woods.
I was about
and
to
I'm
say,
just
you lived
sitting
there, your porch?
just looking off at the trees. And I see him like stomping toward me across the camp and like these guys all coming out
Jim's
of their
like, "Come
cabins
into
like
my office."
watching this happen. And he like stomps up the
Oh,
stairs.
so cute the way you run.
Yeah. What's that cool? Yeah. I like how you have that sharpened toothbrush. What's that all about?
Are you brushing your teeth?
Yeah. Exciting. I love your dental hygiene. So like he steps up onto the patio and he like gets right in my face and he just like stops and he looks at me and he goes, "Did you fucking call me a bitch?" And I'm like, "No. What?
Absolutely
what are you talking
not.
about?
Absolutely
What are you
not."
talking about?" And he goes, were you in the counselor's office with everybody else? And did you say that I'm a bitch? And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I did." And like, I'm completely like, "Oh yeah, no, I totally did.
Radical
it was
honesty.
a joke." And here's what I meant.
my gosh, Jacob's
and he
face.
saw just how like ignorant I was, and he pitied me. Like he saw it in my face
This
that I was
checks
like,
out.
"Yeah, here's exactly how I said
I
it."
did that.
And
He's
it just
like-
it hit him all at once. He's like, "Oh, okay, I know." I just see what happened. And it was so funny. This hardened, like, gigantic, dangerous man, he just took such pity on me for not fucking knowing any better. And we'd gotten really close. And he was like, "Let's go inside your office." And I was like, "Okay." And he sits me down and he goes,
I'm going to have to beat the
"Jim,
shit out of you. Just
you can't call people bitches." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Guys call each other bitches all the time." He's like, and so he just like explains to me prison culture.
Wow, you got very
And he's
lucky.
like, "You are in real danger." He's like, "I am obligated to hurt you, but I really don't want to because we've been having real breakthroughs."
Jim's got a little button under his desk.
Yeah,
He's like,
hitting the button. He's
Panic,
like,
panic, panic,
Yeah.
panic,
panic. And so we had a nice long talk. We stayed there for like an hour, and he comes out, and basically everybody's just like waiting to find out if I'm alive.
Sure.
And then I come out and like, "Bye," and he's like, "Bye," and then like he goes to like the dudes, and they're like, "So
Later,
what the fuck?"
bitch.
And they basically they're like, "So what happened?" And he's like, Jobin really does not understand anything, and I think you just have to understand that like this guy doesn't fucking know what he just said.
He's an
so
idiot.
He got away with a warning. So
Jacob's favorite phrase.
not
Yeah.
not one of my Hall of Fame moments.
I'm surprised he didn't, at minimum, just break
Punch
your
you.
arm.
I mean something
Because he's
right,
gonna like,
something.
I can't
Yeah.
I
Like,
can't
punch,
leave
Nick,
here
break
and
my-
you be okay.
Something's
Nah.
got to happen.
You need a black eye
Yeah.
or a
This
busted nose.
this is God protects children and idiots.
Yeah,
That's all this is. Nobody feels good
Simple
for
Jack.
beating up an idiot.
that's exactly what happened. I fell into the special like zone where he was like, "It's immoral to hurt you because
Yeah.
you didn't know any better. Like you didn't break a rule that you knew existed."
Yeah.
But now I know, and now I do not call my patients bitches anymore.
I'm glad that prompted a change in you,
The more
Jimothy.
you know. There you go, writer.
Oh my
That lesson is for free. Charm shitty.
Oh my gosh, you said the more you know. You know what I said to Peter the other day? It was
Get the fuck out of here.
well, yeah.
What are you
after
doing
that,
in the house?
I was like, with our powers combined, and then I was like singing the Captain Planet
Yeah.
song. I'll randomly sing whether it's a commercial or like stuff like that, and he'll just stare at me for a while. And so he's like smiling along. I was like thinking, oh, he might know this one. This motherfucker.
He doesn't know Captain Planet?
No, I found on YouTube the intro,
man.
and he's watching it. He's like,
No clue?
This is so wholesome. He's
Oh.
like, this is wonderful. I was like, bless it. I was like, how? What
Really?
world did you live in? Your sheltered ass world. He's like, wow. He goes, that's a positive message.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
He lives in a world with too much pollution, clearly.
I actually saw this whole thing about how Captain Planet, the TV show, was entirely propaganda designed by Ted Turner to fuck over oil tycoons who had locked him out of the industry. And that's all it was. It was just a vendetta
that
piece
for us.
on them specifically.
That's
it was
fine.
really, really funny.
Okay.
But also, I know every word of that song.
Yeah,
And,
I sang it all, and then I played the thing. I was like,
Very
you got to hear
solid.
the real thing. I'm not
Very
as
solid.
good.
Anyway,
Almost like you should
writer,
have done the first thing.
congratulations entering the career. Excited to have you. Thank you for joining us. It surprises me and terrifies me how many of our listeners are colleagues. It's just the worst. Or other students. I just think this can't be good for us. But they show up. So thank you, everybody. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are wrapping up the show. You are listening to Pod Therapy.
Today's episode is brought to you by Judy Schneider, Leon Kasab, Carolyn Albert, Sammy Scoop, Sarah Smith, Mike Helm, Darren Cunningham, Brady Malachek, Max the Ginger Scoop, Ellie O'Dare, and Amy Aardvark. Would you like to sponsor the show? Become a therapy producer at patreon.com/therapy.
Captain Planet is now stuck in my head.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Captain Planet. Dude, that fucking
He's
song
a
ruled.
hero.
Gonna take pollution down to 0. He was so fucking cool,
didn't-
guys. Did you guys not watch it?
Oh, I didn't watch it. No, I know
You
what
don't know
you're
the song?
talking
Okay.
about.
But you
Yeah,
couldn't
I'm
sing
aware
that
of it.
song if
yeah,
it
I
was
didn't
playing.
watch it.
It must have been Saturday morning cartoons.
I think it
for our
probably
generation.
was. Yeah. He had a green
Your
mullet.
generation. Shut the fuck up.
Just like the writer said, late 20s to early 30s, big cap.
That's right.
Big
Well,
gap.
now I'm in their group, so I'm in the 40s now. This child over here,
Exactly.
right, guys?
You'll never be in my group.
Okay, because we're not real friends. Is that what this is? Another one of these? Is
No,
it a
because
callback?
there's always going to be, you're only 40 and I'm 45. That's,
It's
You're
a
only
big
45?
5-year gap.
Look
It is
at
a big
you.
It doesn't
5-year gap.
seem like a big 5-year
I would
gap.
never
but
be
it
part
is.
of any group that would have me.
Are we getting one more round? Because I'm in the lead. Is that how you guys want to
Let's
end
do
this
it.
shit? You don't
Let's
want me
do
to
it.
win.
Game.
Jim, what's the newest country in the world?
Oh! South Sudan.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
bitches.
I think he gets 5 points.
Hell
for that.
yeah!
I'm impressed.
Oh, yes.
Okay, let's keep going. Whitney,
Oh, no.
we'll start with you then.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is the most commonly spoken native language in Europe?
Ooh, native.
Most commonly spoken native language
Probably
in
Chinese.
Europe.
I'm thinking of what all entails Europe at the moment.
Mm.
And I would say English.
No.
Oh.
That's a solid guess.
How about Russian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
That
oh,
surprises me.
It's a
Because of the Eastern Bloc.
There's a
Yes,
large part of
but-
Russia in Europe. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep. Okay.
That's native.
I think a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
Solid.
Jacob, I think it's your turn, right?
All right.
Okay.
What country has the highest percentage of STIs?
Ooh.
You better know
Jim's
this.
mom.
Great.
No, is that not it?
Yeah.
No, it's it.
Oh, okay, great.
Wonderful.
Next question.
Excellent.
Let's see. What country has the highest percentage? Like per capita percentage?
Gotta be, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is per capita.
Okay.
I'm
In
gonna pull
that
up a map,
case,
actually.
I'm going to
I
say
need a rebound on this.
the Netherlands.
Ooh.
The dirty
Oh, that's a
sons
good
of
guess.
bitches.
The
The
Dutch.
red light district.
I like that.
No.
Oh,
All right.
Solid guess.
Jim.
All right. So I feel like the money is going to be on an African country, but I'm going to come over here and say
Not
the
my money.
fucking
My
Pepe
money was
Le
on the
Pew
Dutch.
French.
No.
It's the dirty French.
No.
Really?
No.
What country has the most STIs?
Yep.
I thought it was you, France.
Percentage of STIs.
Of STIs. Who's fucking
Dude,
the
it's
most?
Vatican City.
Oh
It's
my
100%
God.
Vatican City. There's no way it's not Vatican City.
And the percentage is 100%.
It's 100%.
It has to, that has to be
It's
the
a
actual
population
real
of like
answer.
100 people. It's definitely
Just
Vatican
the guards.
City.
Just the guards
The
by
Swiss
themselves.
guards are easily. You know it. They don't believe in prophylactics, so there's no way they're protecting. Like,
This is countries out of the whole world?
Yes.
Okay.
and Mars.
the universe.
The whole universe.
Yeah. The whole
I didn't know. They were
universe was
guessing
surveyed.
Europe, so I was like, did he
All
say
known
Europe and I missed
countries.
that?
Across the universe.
Let's say India?
No.
Oh.
No.
We're going another round on this one.
Sure. It's
Canada.
No.
No, they have public health.
You know what? America.
No.
Proud of you, America. Good job. We've come a long way, baby. We're moving on up.
We're not number one in anything anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Brazil.
No.
Ooh.
What is it?
It is South Africa.
I almost
Oh.
said that.
43,000 out of every 100,000.
I literally almost
Whoa.
said that, and then I changed it to Brazil.
Okay.
Damn it.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, hang in there, South Africa. I hope things work out for you.
Yeah, and get
I
it
won.
together, America.
Yeah. Up your game. I won. Okay. I won. I'm the
Fine.
best. Let it be known. As we wrap up the show, we want to remind you can go to patreon.com/therapy and get our extended show ad-free a day earlier, as well as enjoy our live chat Discord community and our deep dives, interviews, skill shares, research roundups, and rants, as well as in the month of May, if you're at the Therapod level or above, the video of the show, as well as the videos and audio interviews behind the scenes with each of the hosts, and access to our live show coming up here at the end of May. And we've got some new friends. Who has joined the Theraparty as of this recording, Nick?
We got 2 new Therapods. Welcome, Christy, and welcome, Fun Crapper.
Nice. Definitely not Nick in a hotel room. But
Christy Fun Crapper.
Oh, it's fun.
it's not fun for anybody else. It's the first show of the month.
Sounds like vomit.
This is the one that we thank all of our theropods and our pterodactyls.
That's him crying.
Yeah.
We want to thank University Jeff, Robert Paulson, Richard Bruins, Linda Brandmeier, Scoop Chernaut, Joseph Pengrazio, Corey Owens, Christine Phillips, Gavin Bristow, Carrie Terhark, Take It EV Podcast, Kiwi Fruit Scoop, Craig Little, Jim Hunter, Scoopatron, Todd Canfield, David Sorensen, Felicia Butler, Shayla Bullock, Lauren Izzo, Katie Chiwakowski, Adam Petanuzzo, Matt Lenegren, Scoopiter Ascending, That Josh Guy, Mama Ninja Scoop, James Dawson, Grumpy Lakemead Park Ranger, Sam Buck, Karen McCulloch, What Weekend, Julius Capel, Lila, Kelly Gagner, Nippy, Brian Emra, Matthew Johnson, Alec Lancaster, JD Congan, Matthias Vandebrandt, A Literal Pickle, Ken Tinsley, Flinley, 9/11 was an inside joke, Chemist, Matthew Kubik,
I didn't even say
Jim
that.
Stick to the list.
Fuck, I hope that's not a drop.
Anyway,
Is this how you're
will
embedding
be.
drops now?
oh, that was a great idea.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for that.
Please.
Oh, I'm going to start doing that.
Joel
Nick's making
McMillan,
notes.
Walker Fluke, Almost Dr. Nurse Joey, Duffy the AMFT Therapist Bear, Philip Guyton, Tim Mystery, Freya Lawson, Kristen Robbins, Kirka Grimm, Trisha Ortiz, Melissa L. Geisler, Jamibi, DJ Sewert, Mississippi Hippie, Scott A., Drew Helligy, Heather W., Patty Glad, Kyle, Trontastic, Anthony Camerata, David Williams, Kate Please, Kernapiller, Buddy Dobbins, Eric Dyer, Glitch Scoop, Adeletta, Belaze, Nathan Mookie, Adam Balaz, Bugnuts, Stephen Landon, Persephone Hazard, Carmen Perry, John Finlayson, Kenneth Wong, KJ, Mr. Poth, K. Pizzle Dizzle, Robert Cole, Jeff Darnell, Temporary Reality, Jacob Hurt, Sensitium, Ray J. Shark, Recreated, Silka Daniels, Alex Jardine, Jacob Billingsley, Dylan Colopy, Adam Goth, Wolfie05, Chris Courtney, Linus Hakkasan, Kevin Tribe, Cedar Hayden, Ben Sherman, K. Trauma, Grace, Sherry Hare, Terrible Tay, Itty Bitty Chicken Farmer, LC, Chris, Sam, K. Matthews, Zachary W., Chill Food, John Cavaradas, Winter Scoop, Foxy Sally, Salmon Scoop, A. Ashling, nailed it, Carton, Hunter McRae, Cloudy Pies, Hannah, nailed it, Amaya, Matthew Connor, Neck Pubes, Andrakis, SC Platypus, Almonda Nora, Charm City Therapist, thanks for the question and thanks for sponsoring, Chelsea Saracen, Emily Cope, Garrett Godfrey, Jariva, Nate Walk, Scoop Bucky, Squabby, The Listician, Renee OK, Kyle Sharton, Matt, Sunrise, Cod, Bob, Fun Crapper, Peas and Clams, Finn, Rainal Beads, nice, Rain, Tom Power, Christy, Claudia Duhan, and Joseph Wagner. It needs to be like that game where you smush words together and you can get them to say something ridiculous. And that needs to be the new bit this year, is everybody's like putting in that name and like getting Jim to say all sorts of weird shit when it's crammed together.
We also have our Pterodactyls, Ice Blue Scoop, Scoop Brady, Brian Lehman, Andrea Anderson, Scoop Lindsay, Frozen Cusser, Lori Elsroth, Polygon, Scoopy Just, Cy Shanagon, Okie Scoop, Dank Butta, Brooks Lyle, Adam Ripchick, Lovely Spark, Badamtus, Jim and Manu, the Offices of Counselor and Counselor, Aquethti Quithon. Hey, you upped your thing. Momi Damate, Mike Lush, Technical Scooport, Dale the King, Casey fucking Mentor, I love you, bitch, Milk Boy, Rebecca
Don't say that.
Boonstra,
You're going to get beat up.
the Offices of Counselor and Counselor. Wait.
Again.
Twice.
You're doing great.
It said it twice.
It is
Yeah,
on
fuck
there
you.
twice.
You write the
I don't
script.
know.
You got double.
No,
You're
that's
awesome.
Ron Burgundy.
That's
I
Patreon.
was like, that
I don't know.
sounds
That's a
familiar.
Patreon thing.
We'd like to thank the benevolent, revered, generous, and flagrantly pro-therapy diehard who loves you all so much They give till it hurts. Our Thera partner, Pick It.
Pick It.
And we want to thank our bosses, the mysterious and shrouded Illuminati members of our fan club, the Thera producers. Thank you, Jake Schneider, Myra, Robert Brownie Jr. Mint, Smitty Scoop, Richard fucking Macy, Judy Schneider, Malia, Leon Kassab, Carolyn Albert, Kevin Chamberlain, Tess Miller, Dan Martin, Sammy Scoop, Slurpy Kaye motherfucker, Ben Stanley slapping your face, Sarah Smith, Adam Hathaway, Byler T, Mike Helm, Oscar Swanrose, Paris, A Sunny Boy, Darren Cunningham, Lib, Sandra McWaffle, Team Monaco, Thunder, Cougar, Falcon Scoop, Heyo, Hannah Marie, Andrew Langmead, Emma, Tonka, and Pony Soprano, Alina, Brady Malachek, Chick Fellatio, Gabriel Adame, Sean Sutherland, Max the Ginger Scoop, Chad Mag, Adam Warren, Inkala Prince, Sam Cohn, Be Gay, Do Crimes, Ellie O'Dare, Not Kira Knightley, and Amy Arwidmark.
Wow.
Very good. And if you would like to hear this episode uncut and unedited,
Yeah, you're doing
Why
fine.
wouldn't you?
and enjoy our spontaneous side projects, go to patreon.com/therapy. And thank you for supporting mental health.
Well, that's all the time we got for this week's session. Want to thank our landlords.
Oh, scrolling. From river to the sea, we all need therapy.
And thanks to those of you who contributed to our show today. We really appreciate it. Remember, pod therapy isn't something you should keep all to yourself. Share the episode with the world. Tag us on the socials when you do. It's at PodTherapyGuys on Instagram, Threads, and Twitter. It's /PodTherapy on Facebook. And don't forget about all the extra goodies at patreon.com/therapy.
And if you want to submit a question to the show, you can ask anonymously at podtherapy.net. Email us at podtherapyguys@gmail.com or click the link in the episode description to be taken to our anonymous Google form. I'm Nick.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Jim.
Thanks, and we'll see you for your appointment next week.
Winner of geography.
Be here or be square.
Welcome to 1970s. Whitney. Be square.
Peter and I watched the movie Philadelphia today.
Oh.
And there was a
The
line
comedy?
in there.
You tell the best stories.
No, there